Welcome to our MotoGP news update. With MGP News Reborn. Click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Francesco Bagnaia, Ducati's two-time MotoGP world champion, reaffirmed his commitment to racing with integrity as he embarks on the 2025 season alongside new teammate Marc Márquez. Despite Marquez's reputation for aggressive tactics, Bagnaia declared he would not compromise his principles, vowing to remain a gentleman on and off the track. Marc Márquez has officially begun the next chapter of his illustrious MotoGP career with the Ducati Lenovo Team. The 8-time world champion, now dressed in the iconic Ducati red, is set to tackle what he calls the most exciting challenge of his career in 2025. Despite high expectations, Marquez has vowed to prioritize teamwork as he aims to continue his resurgence on the MotoGP grid. Bagnaia, who narrowly lost the 2024 championship to Jorge Martin by just 10 points, remains steadfast in his approach to racing. His refusal to employ dirty tactics last season became a focal point in the recently released Ducati documentary, where team manager Davide Tardozzi had urged him to be less of a gentleman on track. During the Ducati team launch event, MotoGP.com's Jack Appleyard asked Bagnaia if his approach would change now that he shares a garage with Marc Márquez, renowned for his ruthless determination. "I'll let him be the ungentleman. I'll be the gentleman. I will always be like this, and I will not change any time." Quote from Bagnaia. Despite winning more than half of last season's 20 races, Bagnaia's 8 DNFs ultimately cost him the title. Reflecting on the season, the Italian admitted there is room for improvement, both personally and as a team. "It's difficult to be sad about what we did last year, honestly. But finishing second in the championship was a bit of a shame because we won more than double the races of all the other riders. I have just to improve from my mistakes, and we have just to improve on some situations where we did some mistakes as a team last year." With Marquez and Bagnaia combining for 8 Premier Class titles, Ducati now boasts the most formidable rider pairing since Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo at Yamaha in 2016. Bagnaia sees this partnership as an opportunity to elevate Ducati's dominance further. "It's super exciting. It's absolutely the strongest team on the grid, so I think we can take an advantage from it and try to learn from some things about Marc. I think he will adapt super well to the team, and during the test, we will work together to improve the bike and arrive at the first race ready. And then what will happen, will happen." Bagnaia echoed the sentiments of VR46 rider Luca Marini, who recently suggested that Bagnaia and Marquez could battle for victories at every race this season. "I'm quite sure and confident that our potential could be evenly matched, every race in the first and second position. And the bike will allow us to do it. And, then, who will win, will win. But the potential is there," concluded. As Ducati gears up for the 2025 MotoGP season, the dynamic between Bagnaia and Marquez promises to be one of the most compelling storylines. With Bagnaia's consistency and Marquez's unyielding determination, fans can anticipate thrilling battles on the track. One thing is certain, Bagnaia remains true to his principles, determined to compete with both skill and sportsmanship. Marquez's move to the factory Ducati team follows a transformative 2024 season with Gresini Ducati, where he ended a 1,000-day winless streak and finished third in the championship. His remarkable comeback earned him a spot alongside two-time champion and 2024 runner-up Francesco Bagnaia. Speaking at the team's official 2025 launch in Madonna di Campiglio, Marquez reflected on this significant moment. "It is exciting to be here today, opening a new MotoGP season that marks the start of what I consider to be the most important challenge of my career," Marquez said. The Spaniard acknowledged the work ahead as he transitions to a full factory role, preparing to build on the progress made during the Montmello test in November. His first full test on the Ducati Desmosedici GP will take place in Sepang from February 5th to 7th. For Marquez, the 2025 season is more than just another year, it's a chance to redefine his legacy after the struggles that began with his injury in 2020. The six-time MotoGP champion admitted that his initial goal is to recapture the joy of riding, which he believes will naturally lead to success. He also made it clear that his ambition remains undiminished. "My first short-term goal is to enjoy riding because I know that if I manage to do that, everything else will follow." When you are in an official team, the goal cannot be other than to be competitive in every race, fighting for podiums and victories, and to try to be a protagonist in the World Championship. Despite his personal goals, Marquez emphasized the importance of teamwork in achieving success with Ducati. Marquez expressed his admiration for the Ducati team environment, praising the leadership of Claudio Domenicali, Gigi Dall'Igna, Mauro Grassilli, and Davide Tardozzi. "We want to work and win as a team. It's not who wins, but it's the team and everyone in Ducati who can win. Then let's see at the end where we are in the standings. During the days I have been able to share with the team so far, I have seen that the working atmosphere is fantastic, and I can't wait to ride the Desmosedici GP again." The Spaniard is determined to make the most of this opportunity, acknowledging the trust placed in him by Ducati's management. At 32 years old, Marquez begins his 17th World Championship season as one of the most decorated riders in MotoGP history. However, the journey hasn't been without its challenges. His 6-year dominance with Honda came to an abrupt halt after his 2020 arm injury, followed by a grueling recovery process. Despite these setbacks, Marquez's move to Ducati has reinvigorated his career, and he's now ready to compete at the highest level once again. While the spotlight remains on his potential to claim a 7th Premier Class crown, Marquez is staying grounded, focusing on the joy of racing and the collective goals of his new team. "We can have a lot of fun this season," he said, brimming with optimism as he prepared for the upcoming tests. Marc Márquez's arrival at Ducati represents a blend of ambition and humility, with the Spaniard fully embracing his role within the team. While individual accolades remain within reach, Marquez is equally committed to contributing to Ducati's legacy. With his first full test just weeks away, the 2025 MotoGP season promises to be one of the most compelling chapters in Marquez's storied career. Thank you for joining MGP News Reborn. And this has been your MotoGP News Update. And see you in the next video.